Fresh revelations in the Goa nightclub fire case have now shocked the nation. Goa police has said that owner Saurabh and Gaurav Luthra booked flight tickets to Thailand at 1:17 a.m. on December 7th, while the firemen were still rescuing those trapped inside. The Ministry of External Affairs has now confirmed that it is examining the Goa government's request to revoke their passports under the Passport Act. Meanwhile, a Delhi court has granted a 36-hour transit remand of co-owner Ajay Gupta to the Goa police, and the case will now be heard in Rohini court today. In the aftermath, the Goa has banned firecrackers, electronic fire effects and fire-related games in all its hotels, pubs and the clubs. The Delhi government too has ordered a city-wide safety inspections ahead of the festive season. The investigation continues as authorities now tighten the noose on those accused of negligence in this deadly tragedy. Now, as Luthra brothers remain on the run, our correspondent Yasha Kotak spoke to a whistleblower, Ravi Harmalkar, who way before the tragedy struck raised irregularities about the nightclub and was in response threatened by the duo. Let's take a look.
Luthra brothers are habitual offenders. They are having high-profile connection with like IPS, IAS officer, local government, and whenever we file a complaint for any illegalities, till date authority have never supported us or never acted. No authority was taking action because, as I told you, he is a very, very high-profile.
7th of December 2025, Delhi airport was teeming with the passengers who were facing the massive cancellation from Indigo. But then one flight took off, 6C1073. 4 days later, we are tracking the same flight because on that flight were two fugitives of law. The Luthra brothers were trying to flee the country as per Goa police investigation around the same time. This was the time which was about 1:15 when they, as per Goa police investigation, booked a flight to Phuket via a very popular web portal which books tickets internationally. So just about 90 minutes after this blaze took off, or this blaze started in their bar in Goa, where 25 people lost their lives, including their employees. Majority of people who died were their employees. The Luthra brothers, Saurabh and Gaurav Luthra, were moving through these corridors of Delhi airport towards Phuket. They were spotted at Phuket. That particular day, yes, like I said, Indigo passengers were facing massive cancellation, massive delays, but immigration hardly took any time. Less than 5 minutes, you were through immigration, and then once you had crossed immigration, in spite of that lookout circular, there was no stopping the Luthra brothers. The LOC or the lookout circular says that you must stop any fugitive at any port, but that LOC actually came minutes after they had already crossed the immigration counter.
In the wake of the Goa pub tragedy, CNN News 18 has carried out a ground investigation into India's nightlife hubs. What we found is alarming. Blocked fire exits, missing safety equipment and licenses flouted at major party spots in Delhi and Bengaluru. At Romeo Lane outlet in the civil lines of the national capital, we discovered a narrow staircase leading to a shut terrace, a cluttered lift entrance and just one extinguisher at the door. A recipe for disaster, as lessons from Goa appear to have gone unlearned. Let's take a look.
The Birch by Romeo Lane, which has witnessed the disaster which claimed the lives of 25 people owing to the lack of fire safety protocols, has also the ramifications that can be seen in the national capital. In the civil lines branch of Romeo Lane, the same outlet that has been owned by the Luthra brothers has in fact the same glaring revelations about the lack of fire safety passageway exit protocols. I'm at the entrance where I'll just like to show you that at Romeo Lane, where we went inside and noticed many glaring and shocking revelations. Moving inside, what we could understand that the entry and the exit of the Romeo Lane were from the same gate that you can see behind me, and this very same gate has a lift which now gives us the entry to a tinder box, having the fire extinguisher equipment ready, but also at the same time The staff telling us that the open terrace and the open roof side of the restaurant has been closed after the audit and the renewed scrutiny over the fire safety checks has been ordered by the MCD and the officials in the wake of what has happened in that branch in Goa's Arpora village. At this outlet in Civil Lines, which is one of the outlets of Romeo Lane across the national capital, what we saw is also a recipe that is ready for a disaster to be repeated. Seems like no lessons have been learned, as only in the ramifications that could be seen were the lessons that the open terrace was shut. But for the visitors who could be coming inside the box, the entire room was in fact apparently large, but the exits were interestingly and shockingly even smaller. Whether we speak from the point of view of the entry to the lift or we speak from the point of view of the exit, there was barely any space for any people or the visitors, the people coming to exit or to have any sort of passageway to be out of the building. This is Simran for CNN News 18.
As 25 people lost their lives at this very location, that's Birch by Romeo Lane, questions have now been raised on several clubs, restaurants, pubs which are operating in Goa. When it comes to Birch by Romeo Lane, initial police investigation clearly found out that there was clear floutation of norms, be it the NOCs, the permission that was acquired to set up this place in 2023. The fire NOC, when this place was set up, was given without any formal completion or without checking this very place. Apart from that, the required NOCs in this place were missing. When this incident came to light, it was also found out that be the deck floor or the ground floor, there were no emergency exits, there were short ways to get them out. And considering there was a fire show that was held right here, the organizers of this place did not take any requisite permission required for a fire show to be held.